Well, on a very special episode of the Influencers Inc., I have with me someone who's a YouTube superstar with 26 million followers and subscribers on YouTube. We have with us Ashish Chanchlani. Thank you very much, Ashish, for joining us today. So, I was reading up a little bit about you, a civil engineer turned YouTube creator, and you don't like to be called an influencer. So, what is the journey been like for you, and what does it really take to be a YouTube superstar?
Thank you so much, Priya, first of all, for all those wonderful words. And thank you so much for that influencer thing. You're one of the first people who have done that. I'm so glad. So thank you. Oh, it feels wonderful, Priya. I mean, it has been nothing like, matlab, I would say calling me a superstar. I feel very weird when somebody calls me a superstar because I've made content relatable to the public. So it has never felt to me that I'm a superstar, but somehow people blew it up, and the fame that I've got is like a dream. So it has been wonderful. It has been like a roller coaster ride, and things are now getting even better and bigger as we are, going ahead in this post-pandemic era, the pandemic era. So it has been a crazy, crazy ride.
Ashish, I want to talk to you a little bit about how you chose comedy as your genre because, when you talk to so many influencers and video creators out there, they always have one niche that they've stuck to. And for you, comedy has been the biggest win for you on social media. So tell us how you picked comedy and what kind of content do you really think works for when you look at comedy content creation?
The problem with me is I'm a very outspoken person. And Priya, you must have realized that. So the thing is that I've always been like this since my childhood, and I always wanted to be the class clown. If I have to sum it up in a very good way, my attention ka bhukha tha. So I took that energy, and I concentrated on making funny stuff. Now, funny stuff for me is anything that is, talking about stuff that people do out there, talking about small things that people are addicted to, small things that people, gossip about. So just making a video around it, an illogical, over the top, over exaggerated skit on it is what my genre is. Slapstick, the zone of slapstick comedy is what I make. And I feel very comfortable in it. I've always felt very comfortable in it. It just comes out very naturally to me. And I just look at any situation. If I have a situation in my mind, I look at it with a very comical perspective all the time. So, for example, if I made a video on traffic, Mumbai traffic, so I'll exaggerate the hell out of it. I'll showcase that I left house with a kid there who's at age of 7, and then I returned back, and that kid is now 12. So 5 years it took me stuck in that moment. It's over the top. It sounds ridiculous, but on video it looks pretty epic, and people start laughing. So that is my genre, and I've always been a very loud person. You must have heard about me if I'm not wrong. I'm a very loud. बोलते ना वो पंजाबी type loud लोग रहते. I'm a Sindhi. God bless all the Punjabis. It's a very big compliment getting me called Punjabi. So I'm a very loud person. So that comes in the videos. So over-exaggerated, over-the-top comedy has always been my niche.
But when you talk about content planning, all the influencers out there, bloggers out there, have a very focused content planning or regimen, where they have a team that works on content creation and content planning. So what method of content planning do you really undertake, and how do you plan content for audiences?
So yeah, the best way to describe our planning would be improvisation. I don't think we plan out a lot of videos in advance. We just look at what's happening in the world, and then we, start making videos around it. For example, if you'll go on my channel, lockdown is happening. I've made 3 videos on lockdown. When there's a rainy season, there's a monsoon season, I make a video on monsoon. When there's exams, I make a video on exams. So it's never planned. It's maybe we have a structure ready. Maybe we can, foreshadow ki, achha, ye karna hai. but it's never actually like 4 to 5 months pehle to we can't plan. It's impossible. So it has always been on the spot 20 days or 30 days before. And you won't believe, this sounds very generic answer, but we work from our hearts. That's what our mantra has always been. We just make whatever we feel making. Since the last 2 months, we've made 2-part videos, and that worked very well. This is the first time we did not make content on something trending, and that worked. So now the horizon is open. Now we can do anything we want, and now I think, Priya, we can take up that planning thing very seriously.
Right, but Ashish, when you talk about the different kinds of social media platforms available, you have Instagram and then you have a YouTube, and the content in both these platforms is diverse. Like Instagram has snackable content, which is literally less than a minute, and YouTube, you have videos that are 10 or 15 minutes and even longer in some cases. So how do you create that kind of content, and how do you differentiate content that works on Instagram as well as on YouTube?
So since the last 4 years, I've mastered the art of understanding what works on which platform. So YouTube is a place where you can create, and how much kitna bhi aapko long banana hai. You don't have any limit over there. So YouTube is a place where you can vary. It's a variable place. Instagram, I've noticed if it's longer than 1 minute, it does not work. IGTV, even if there is an IGTV option, Instagram, you can post a lot of big videos, but 1 minute, 30 seconds or 1 minute, that's the, because audience retention on Instagram is very low. Logo ke paas time nahi hai. They don't have time. Before they have your attention, they'll swipe you up. So you have to grab their attention. So I've planned it out like that if I'm making something funny, so I'll make longer story videos on YouTube. I'll make a short reel or a short idea that captures anyone's attention in just 15 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, or 4 seconds. Facebook is a complete mixed bag if you consider and compare with YouTube and Instagram. Sometimes videos of 1 minute do wonders on Facebook. Sometimes you don't even know a 20-minute, 25-minute video is going viral on Facebook. So Facebook is a place where content just pops up on your feed, and if you like it, it's like a lottery. But Instagram, you can be completely sure, okay, this is going to work, this is not going to work. YouTube, you can completely sure that this is going to work, this is not going to work. But Facebook is a mixed bag. You can never predict Facebook.
3 mistakes that Ashish Chanchlani made in his career, and what his advice to budding and aspiring vloggers would be, mistakes that they shouldn't repeat.
Number one mistake is it's learn to say no. I did a lot of things in my life that I look back and I realized I shouldn't have done that. Early on in the stage, very early, when you start getting fame, you start feeling okay, ab to main bahut upar jane wala hu, and whatever I do is going to work. So grabbing on opportunities that are just like a cheese cube trapping rat, you have to be very careful for your career. You have to be sure कि ये चीज चलेगी कि नहीं चलेगी. So learn to say no. Second thing, maybe mistake I would say, is never undervalue yourself. Undervaluing yourself is one of the worst things to happen, because later on when you start getting offers from brands, that undervaluing a year ago will affect your income very badly. So it's very important to take a stand for yourself. And if you won't take a stand, you might earn money, fast money in the shorter run, but later on future में आपका बहुत गंदा effect हो जाएगा. So learn to say no. Second is like, don't undervalue yourself. Third, I would say I would say collaborations. Be very careful with who you are collaborating. Make sure who's your friend and who's just using you. You never know. People can stab you, backstab you in future. So this is something I've never spoken about, Priya. And I'm a very, as I told, I'm a very outspoken and I'm a very friendly person. But still, despite this, people have used me for their agendas. And then later on, I was expecting them to be good friends. So yeah, this is something, three mistakes that I did that people should be careful about.
Right, Ashish, you opened up your hearts to our viewers out there. But before we let you go, we want to play a quick game with you, which is
Yeah, no,
a
go ahead.
rapid fire. And are you ready? So there are two
I'm
games. It's a two-part game. It's called rapid fire and this or that. So we're going to begin with the rapid fire. Yeah,
okay.
are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Ekdam.
Okay. If you could choose a profession other than content creation, what would it be?
Now, I used to always say cooking, but now I would like to go for acting or directing. AD, assistant direction.
Okay. Your top three favorite sitcoms.
My top three favorite sitcoms. I've recently started these sitcoms. Ek to Schitt's Creek hai. I love that show. There used to be a show called The Goldbergs. I used to watch that show a lot. Wonderful show. And I would also count Friends. Friends is a really good show. Very good show.
Okay. If not comedy, then what would be a genre?
If not comedy, I would absolutely love to make horror movies. I would
Okay.
love to make horror. It's very difficult making horror. I've tried my hand at that, but I love it.
Your top three favorite comedy content creators.
My top three favorite comedy content creator. Number one from I'll talk about global because India से मेरे बहुत हैं and it would be unfair to jam them up in one place. But I will still name some. There's a channel called Brews Stew Films. I love them. Second, there is King Batch. King Batch does wonderful stuff. And third, there is Rudy Mancuso. King Batch, Rudy Mancuso, these were the OG wine creators. And Brews 2 Films is a very new channel that I discovered. And in India, I would say Bhuvan, Harsh, and Carrie. These three people I really love.
Okay, you said you would be an actor if not, a comedy content creator. So if Ashish Chanchlani could be any Bollywood or Hollywood celebrity, who would you be?
If I could be a Bollywood celebrity, I would like to be Shah Rukh Khan. My favorite is Akshay Kumar, but I never want to be Akshay Kumar because that guy wakes up in the morning and does exercises and stuff and he has to stay fit. I would not want that. I love him as much as I love him, but no, not Akshay sir. But I would like to be Shah Rukh Khan because I don't know. I love his aura. I love his wit, and I know it's hell being Shah Rukh Khan because he just wakes up and controversies start walking around in his life. But I just want to live his life once. And a Hollywood star that I would love to be. I would love to be the producer of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, so that I can see what's happening in the next 10 years.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Myself in 3 words. Loud, number one. Friendly, humble. Yeah. Loud, friendly, and humble.
Okay, the final question of this rapid fire round is if you could name your YouTube channel something else, what would you name it?
I would like to name my channel Ashish Chanchlani. That's it. And I would like to make my first initials capital, जो मैं आज तक कर नहीं पाया. I don't know why.
Okay, so now a final game, this or that, and some interesting questions out there. Instagram or YouTube, the social media channel of your choice.
Damn, that's very put me in a fix. Sorry, I love YouTube, but Instagram because I like to interact with my followers and subscribers over there, and I feel more personal and close. So Instagram.
Okay, Iron Man or Captain America?
Captain America any day. Captain America. I love Captain America. And Civil War also, I was openly supporting Captain America. I'm very biased towards him. So yeah.
Okay, improvs or stand-ups?
Improvs. Yeah.
Okay, Marvel or DC?
Come on, Priya. Like
I know the answer.
let's confuse people. DC. You put this up.
Okay, long series or mini series? What would you
Mini
prefer?
series, any day, mini series. God, please save me from these binging shows. I can't. Everybody has been recommending me, watch this, watch that, 5, 5, 6 long seasons. And I'm like, I can't. Show me 8 episodes. That also I'll watch as a marmar ke kishton mein EMI pe. I can't do this. So any day, limited series.
All right, Ashish, you performed very well on this game. Thank you very much for your time. And it's been a real pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for being a part of
Thank
the
you.
Influencers Inc.